I actually came here a month ago, and it was kind of a weird time because in England we were going through this situation where we had this, basically there was a killer on the loose. He was on the loose for a week, and he was hiding in the woods, and it was a very tense affair, and the whole of England, all the media, all the police in the country were focused on this one big story, and I came here at exactly the same time where Dublin, and I think this explains the differences very, very well, was focused on another story of a missing penguin. Which led to one of the weirdest conversations I've ever had in a taxi, where I sat in the taxi and the driver went, "So, do you think we'll find him?" And I was like, well, you know, I mean, they're certainly searching. I know they're all out there. But he's used to the outdoors. Yes, apparently he's a survivalist. Yes, he's a survivalist. Poor little fella. What do you mean, poor little fella? You know, he tried to murder. He tried to murder his girlfriend. Well, I didn't know that about him. He's on steroids, I haven't read up on the subject. This penguin's a lunatic. What penguin? What a fantastic story this was. So, please correct me if I'm wrong, it was a stag night, is that right? And some people broke into Dublin Zoo in the middle of the night in a taxi. The taxi was waiting. Dublin taxi drivers, we've learned not to ask questions. Could you just wait here? Are you going to the cash point? Kind of. They put the penguin into a carrier bag, and then I suppose they just couldn't stop laughing and dropped him off on O'Connell Street. They found him, didn't they? They found him and they put him back. You can imagine all the other penguins when he came back. They must have been... What's the story? Oh, it was unbelievable. I was asleep. He was asleep. Listen, shush and listen. And the next thing I know, I'm in a small bag. No, Lidl, the German shopping centre. They just dropped me off on the corner of O'Connell Street. Were you scared? I wasn't scared. There was signs up telling me that 117 humans had died, but nothing about penguins at all. Then she has an Activia yoghurt, which is fine. Smile on her face, quite light on her feet. Opens the front door, lovely sunny day, begins her day. All because of Activia. Of course, what this advert's missed out is an enormous shit in the middle of her morning. Completely inaccurate advertising. This ad should just be her emerging from the loo going, Jesus Christ! Children, do not go in there. Something's happened to Mummy after her Activia yoghurt. I'm serious, children. Just will brush your teeth at school today. That really was quite something. I'm going to weigh myself. That was an unbelievable occurrence. Thank you, Activia. There's something called a snuggie. They advertise. Have you seen this? This is a blanket that you wear, okay? People who are watching television in the day are spending so much time doing nothing that they're wearing blankets. It is a blanket with sleeves, so you can easily access things without having to ever take the blanket off you. That's just chilly. You would free yourself. No, be in bed at all times. Lying on your DFS sofa, I assume. Your Activia yoghurt. Listening to Michael Bublé. He's advertised all day as well. Daytime viewers love Bublé. A lot of chafing as well, chafing gel. Yeah. This advert is just a woman jumping. She's jumping, and you can clearly see that her legs are nowhere near one another. Because chafing is basically, I think it's when your legs rub against each other. Yeah? I think the advice is probably, if you lose weight, your legs will separate and work as independent things from one another. No, this is not the advice. The advice is to lubricate the area so they can slide against each other as you walk in your snuggie to the fridge to get your Activia yoghurt and then return to your DFS sofa and continue listening to Michael Bublé. Tenor lady as well. I didn't know what it was. I had to Google it. Women are pissing in their pants. Is it a condition? Is it voluntary? Are they so comfortable in their snuggies? Lying on their DFS sofa? Their favourite Bublé track hasn't come on yet. I'm dying for a pee. I don't need to get up thanks to my tenor lady. I could just pee here on the sofa. The loo's out of bounds anyway after the Activia situation half an hour ago. Is this really what's going on? These bloated, chafing, snuggie-wearing, DFS sofa-lying, Bublé listeners, surrounded by gold they haven't been bothered to cash yet? Is this what's going on? What is it with the gold? Is it news to people that gold is a commodity? Are people sitting there going, you're telling me this bullion is actually worth something? Christmas Day, of course, is one of the few days where I know the date. I don't tend to know the date. I know the date on Christmas Day, that's the 25th. I know my birthday, and then maybe New Year's Day. Other than that, I think like many people, I depend on other people for the date. If I don't know the date, I just ask another human for the date. Excuse me, have you got the date? Sometimes they don't know the date, I don't care. I just ask another human for the date. And sometimes they tell you the date. But sometimes, very annoyingly, they don't tell you the date. They tell you a date from the past, and it comes with very difficult mathematics in order to work out today's date. Excuse me, have you got the date? No, but I know that last Tuesday was the 14th. Then they walk off. They're just left there going, what does that mean to me? Tuesday, 15, Wednesday, Thursday. You can't do that with the time. Excuse me, have you got the time? No, but I know that I woke up at 8:11. Really? What happened then? How long was breakfast? I still haven't changed all the clocks since the clocks went back. Can I just ask by way of applause, who else still hasn't, to be honest, hasn't changed all their clocks? It's not many. Ruth! Which one haven't you changed? The cooker. That's hard. The cooker's really hard, isn't it? Because you lose the instructions and then you're just guessing. You're just twiddling that thing, that weird loopy arrow thing. Oh, how do I do this? And the bell goes off. I'm not even going to change it, Eamon. You can't come to bed unless you've changed the clock, Ruth. Really? Really? The hardest one to change for me it looks like the easiest. It's just the clock on the wall. It's the clock on the wall. It's got to be the easiest one to change. You take it off, you change it, you just twiddle the thing an hour, and you think, well, that's that done. Then you have to get it back on the wall, and you see there's a nail sticking out of the wall, and you can see on the map there's a hole, and you think, well, this is going to be, well, that should just slot straight. Well, at any moment now, that should just slot itself. I don't really understand why. I mean, you check the hole, there's the hole, there's the... If you've been on Google Earth, it's amazing. They photographed every road in the whole world, and they put them on Google Earth on the computer, and you can go there, you just type it in, and you go there, you drag a little man over the map, and you drop him into the road, and then you're there. You can see it. It's really amazing technology. And you sit in front of the computer and you think, I can go anywhere in the world. Where shall I go? And we all come to the same conclusion. My house. Even though you're in your house, it would be far easier just to get up, walk outside of your house, and look at your house. A live 3D image of your own building. But no, you're so excited, aren't you? First, you don't land exactly on your house. You're sort of, where is it? We have to move around. There it is. That's our house on Google Earth. Darling, come and look. Come and look. Leave the kids, they're fine in the bath. Come and look. That's our house. It's our car on Google Earth. Some technology, I think, no help whatsoever. Loos, modern public loos, I don't think they needed any updating. I think we were fine with the process. You go in, if you need to turn the light on, you turn the light on. Now they have this automatic motion sensor lighting. You come on and the light comes on. Oh, just from you moving. Which is fun at the beginning, but then when you're on the loo, the light goes off. You have to reactivate the light, so you start moving. Washing your hands. I didn't think this was dramatic. There was no issues there. Turn the tap on, yeah? Then the water flows. Once you've had enough water, you turn the tap off. That was fine. Then they didn't trust you with that, so they had the push one, where you push it, and it gives you an allocation of water. This is the amount of water we feel is enough for you to be washing your hands. But if you need more, you're quite within your rights to push again. Now, people have literally no idea how to access water from modern taps. You have lines of people doing Tai Chi trying to work it out. Do you know? You any idea? Mr. Miyagi. And welcome Emil Heskey here in the second row. Emil Heskey. Don't boo. Look, it wasn't the greatest summer, let's be honest. I've never seen... Well, personally, I've never seen a game quite as bad as the England-Germany game. Whilst watching it, it reminded me of when you play FIFA PlayStation and you don't yet know the controls. That's how shit... You know, when you're like, what is it, triangle or square? Oh, which one is it? You get the ball and just dribble off the side. Oh, no, that's run faster. Why is he running faster? One-on-one with the keeper and then pass off the side. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Nowhere near the ball. Slide tackle. The Germany game was very disappointing. I knew that we were going to lose on the national anthems, to be honest. I knew that you can't beat the Germans. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Then you go to the England team. God save our reign. Just queen, long live our no. The Queen, Stephen Jarrett. God save the Queen. Send her victorious. Happy England. Rooney didn't even know the words. I won't talk about it anymore, because it was a very good minute. We had a very good minute, didn't we? The first minute of the World Cup campaign was amazing. In fact, you were amazing. You passed in Stevie G. Come on, yeah! Then an American person kicked the ball slowly towards our goal. There was a moment when Robert Greene knew that 2 billion people knew that he had seriously messed up. And he had to turn and face them. Sorry. But as I say, I have children. I have 2 children, and night-night is simply not part of the putting to bed routine, all right? I'm nowhere near night-night when I put my children to bed. This is an unrealistic interpretation of bedtime with children. All right? I start angry. I don't build to anger anymore. I used to build. Now I start with 5 minutes. And then bed. Don't you mess with me tonight. 5 minutes. I'll be back here in 5 minutes on the dot. Then you're going to bed. That's just getting them into bed. Then it just carries on. Go to sleep. Don't you mess with... Close your... You have to remind them how it works. Close your eyes and go to sleep. I have no idea how exhausted I am and your mother is because of this. Go to sleep. You selfish little shit. Close your eyes. Go to sleep! Enough is enough! Do you know that your mother and I haven't had sex in weeks because of this? Do you know that sometimes she says to me in the afternoon, oh, maybe tonight, Michael, you'll get lucky when the kids are asleep. You're never asleep! Go to sleep! Night-night. That's pretty much how it goes. Don't get me wrong. Night-night is part of it. It's just when they're already asleep. You never love your children more than when they're unconscious but still breathing. It's a lovely moment. Look at my little man. Oh, night-night, darling. Daddy's little soldier. Oh, Daddy loves you. Darling, look what we did. Oh, look what we made. Oh, isn't he lovely? Night-night. I'm still awake! Get asleep! This is how you raise children. It's basically... if you have children, you'll know this. If you have been a child, I'm sure you can remember. It's threats. Threats of death is the only way you can get children to do things. Put your coat on. I don't want to put my coat on. If you don't put your coat on, you'll get pneumonia and die. Sorry, Daddy. Hold Daddy's hand. I don't want to hold your hand. If you don't hold my hand, a car will hit you and you will die. Brush your teeth. I don't want to brush my teeth. If you don't brush your teeth, they'll rot and fall out. You won't be able to eat, and you will die. Go to bed. I don't want to go to bed. If you don't go to bed, I will personally kill you. I've got a plan and an alibi. It's for the kids, isn't it, Christmas? It's Christmas, it is. It's a time for the kids. And there are people in this room who do have children, and there are people in this room who don't have children. And the people who don't have children, they think they know, don't they? They think they know. They know what it means to have children. Sometimes they chat about it, don't they, in their little couples? You know, oh, I'd love to start a family one day with you. It'd be lovely. You'd make a really good dad. Oh, I think you'd be an amazing mum. Wouldn't it be so lovely having little versions of you and me running around? I'd love to have a family. And you think you know what you're talking about. You have no idea. You have no idea what it's like. You have no idea how difficult things will become in your life. Things that you don't even consider to be things will become nearly impossible when you have children. I'm talking about things like leaving the house, for example. This is how people without children leave the house. Shall we leave the house? Yes. This is how I leave the house almost every day. Lucas, Oscar, come downstairs. We're late. Why aren't you downstairs? Put your shoes on. I don't know where my shoes are. Put your shoes on. Go and find your shoes. Where did you see them last? On my feet. After that, get your shoes on. Come here, come here. Arms up, arms in, arms in, arms up, arms in. That's my wife. She's so tired, she can't dress herself. Arms in. What arms, darling? Where are we going? I want to go to bed. Where are we going, darling? Darling, you've got Lucas's shoes on your hands. I found your shoes, darling. You put your shoes on. Where's Ozzy? Come downstairs! We're late! Put your coat on. I don't want to wear my coat. You know, people without children, you know how you do zips up? I've seen how much time you have in your lives. How you focus on it. You get the one, the fabric. You just pop it in, don't you? It nestles in. Then you pause, thinking about your free life and what you might want to do with it later that day. And then you just glide up, don't you? Do you think I have time for that shit in my life? Every single morning. Oh, I've ruined it. Stay still. You're gonna have to put another coat on. I can't. I've ruined the zip. I'm sorry. I've made the situation worse. Ozzy! My 3-year-old will never come downstairs. The only way to get him to leave the house is we have to bluff. We have to pretend that we're leaving without him. It's the only way it'll work. We have to all go, bye-bye, Ozzy. We're all going then. We're all going. My other son loves it, the 6-year-old. We're leaving Ozzy. We're going to stay here. I hate him. Don't be so rude about your brother. Say goodbye. We're not really leaving. We're pretending to leave, OK? Say goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Ozzy. Bye-bye. But he doesn't care. He just goes, bye-bye. Then we have to come back in and explain to him, we're not really leaving, darling. We love you. It's OK. I'll buy you something if you come. Will you come if I buy you something? This is every single time we leave the house. The other day, we're leaving the house, and I just had enough. I just said to my wife, I'm sorry, I can't do this. We're bluffing. We're saying bye-bye to him. Then my wife says, let's go and get him. I'm like, stop. No, I've had it. No, stop. I cannot go through this every single time we leave the house. It's driving me insane. OK? I say we call his bluff. I think he has to learn a lesson. OK? Let's go. Let's just go. Let's go to Corfu. Let's have a nice holiday. You've no idea what it's like.